Good news, everyone, and a little bit of bad news too, because we finally know when Switch 2 pre-orders are opening in the United States after being delayed a week or two ago. And as it turns out, that's next week on April 24th. So on April 24th, you'll be able to pre-order your Switch 2 in the US. Finally, and that's just really around the corner, which kind of makes sense considering the Switch 2 also isn't all that far away at this point, so it's nice to know that we can finally get those pre-orders in the near future. Now here comes the bad news, although it's not the worst news, because some price points are changing. On the upside, all the hardware and game prices, rather the Switch 2 hardware and game prices themselves aren't changing. So what's been announced is still holding firm. So the base 2 Switch is still $450, the bundle with Mario Kart World is still $500, and then the game prices, for better or worse, haven't gone up at least, being $80 for Mario Kart World still, and I believe still $70 for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Of course, that isn't a launch title, but that's coming out soon after. So that's kind of the good news. The bad news that's kind of the good half of the bad news, but the worst news is that some prices are changing for the worse, being some accessories, but increasing by between $5 to $10 in some cases. So for instance, the Switch 2 Pro Controller that was previously announced as being $80 would now be $85, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge price increase, but those controllers are already pretty expensive. That is unfortunate. Furthermore, if you want the Switch 2 dock set, well, that's going to go up $10 from $109 or $110 rather to $120. Furthermore, the Mario Kart, or I was going to call it the Mario Kart camera, it basically is at this point, but the Switch 2 camera that was originally announced to cost $50 has gone up to $55 right there. And you can see the other prices for any other accessory price changes here as well. So there you go, everyone. That is the overall news. So again, Switch 2 pre-orders open next week in the US on April 24th, and some accessories have changed in price. Luckily, mostly, everything else hasn't changed, although I know a lot of people were hoping that through some miracle, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or Mario, God, I keep on saying Mario Kart Deluxe. Some people are hoping Mario Kart World would, come down in price, but that is clearly not happening. So it seems like the bundle is a way to go. And at least the console price itself hasn't gone up, but yeah, the accessories themselves have. So I'll link to this article in the description below from Video Games Chronicle if you want to check it out for yourself in full. Otherwise, that's it for us here, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned from us for more on Mario Kart, Switch 2, and everything else. With that, we'll catch you later. Bye, everyone.